Hey guys, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. So I just wanted to go ahead and jump right into these weeklies. I hope that you guys had a great Scorpio moon, full moon. Mine was very eventful, and I actually am feeling quite drained from the energy because I have a water moon placement, and also Mars and Pluto were ruling this full moon, and I have Pluto in my first house. Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn right now. Karmic transformations, changing, how you govern your life, right? And your career and your professionalism, all kinds of things like that. The card that's at the bottom of the deck from the Native American Tarot deck is the Silence. This is the Four of Pentacles, okay? And this is talking about letting go of something. This is talking about also a need to control something, wanting something, and therefore controlling the atmosphere, right? The environment, that type of thing. It's asking for you to take a look at where you are, in your placement, in your life, in your home, in your work, and see where you can kind of like release some of the things that might be holding you back, or some of the things that you might be emotionally attached to, that you might be bringing more value to than not. This could even be talking about being complacent in, your placement in terms of like the money you make, and what you earn for yourself. Don't be complacent in your earnings. If you feel like you're worth more, then be that. Be more, right? So some of you might need to really assert yourself in some kind of way so that you can really bring whatever it is that you want into formation and not get too complacent, okay? With just how you're being emotionally affected, or how your emotions might be triggering you in a sort of way, right? Because this 4 is related to the Emperor, and that's Aries energy. Okay, at the bottom of the Lenormand, the mystical Lenormand deck, we got number 26, which is the Book, and this is representative of Pisces energy, very Neptunian, with it's almost kind of like a secret within a dream. So some of you guys might even be revealing things to yourself in your dreams, and there might be something that you may not know for truth from someone's mouth, or from the decision that somebody may have given, or the decision that somebody may have had to tell you. You might be discovering this on your own, or you might just come up with it psychically or intuitively. Whatever it is, there's something to be revealed to you, to us, to them. This could actually be even in regards to our government now, because we did get the 4 of Pentacles, and that's Sun in Capricorn, and Capricorn is about governing, right, for stability, and then this could be talking about a secret that is revealed within that area, that realm of government. Aries. Your card for this week is the Matriarch of Vessels, and in this tarot deck, the matriarchs are the queens, and they are above the kings. So this is Cancer energy. Mars is actually in Cancer right now, so you guys might be feeling a little bit more receptive. You guys might be feeling a little bit more nurturing to your experience. You guys might even be experiencing some strike of luck, or some stroke of luck. It could be like something coming in very quickly in terms of like, something positive, because you got the flowers, right? Which is representative of Jupiterian energy in number 9. So this is like, you guys coming to a place of completion in terms of like celebratory energy. You guys might be feeling like your creative juices are flowing, and you might be feeling like you're rewarding yourself just by being this, right? Taurus. Okay, let's see. What's your card for this week? You got the 9 of Wands, and this is the moon in Sagittarius. And this is also, the Defiance card from this tarot deck. And now you also got the Child. So some of your children could be being very defiant, right? Some of you guys could be transforming in a way where you're creating boundaries for yourself. It's like your emotional self. You're going inward, and you're taking a look at things. You're allowing things to come to you. And this could be you just kind of like changing your perspective in order so that you can let something happen naturally. You might also even be committed to a purpose in terms of like what you might want to create for your children. You guys might also be trying to complete a task or get somewhere in terms of a goal, or maybe even wanting to travel with your children. Gemini, it's your season. Welcome, darling. Okay, so you got the Seven of Wands, and this is talking about really like owning up to what it is that you are, right? Standing up for yourself, definitely counting coup for sure. Seeing where it is that you need to tackle some obstacles that you might be facing. Actually, you even got your card here from the Mystical and Norman deck. This is mice. So this could be talking about theft. This could be talking about something coming in and maybe annoying you potentially. Some of you guys might be missing some things, or you might lose something and find out that it actually was stolen. You might be making some choices in terms of replacing that thing that might have been stolen from you as well. You might even know who to blame for this. You might be feeling like emotionally affected by all of the struggles and the obstacles that you might be having to face, right? That are challenging you. But it's okay, you'll deal with it. It'll be fine. Cancer, you got the Hosting Coyote, and this is actually the Magician in this deck. So this is talking about the awareness of resources, and resources come in many different forms. They come in information, right? By way of communication. They come by feeling and intuition. They come in terms of like things that you might be able to get or gain. And then it's also, you can do something to be able to, you can do something purposefully with intention in order to make something happen, getting things from a jumping off point. This is also kind of like, your inspiration as well. You guys might be dealing with like a businessman, or this might be like, you might be inspired in your business to do something. This could be a male in your life who might be bringing some awareness to you by way of communication. And it's also creating more stability for you in some kind of way. This is a money card right here. Leo, what is your card this week, darling? You got the Warrior Vessel. So this is actually love coming towards you. This could be you expressing your love. This could be you wearing your heart on your sleeve. You could also be adapting to changes in your emotions due to some love that happened. You might even be having some kind of like daydreams about, like love or something like that. I'm getting that you would like to feel more love. You're actually feeling a lot, but you're not actually processing your feelings very well right now. I'm also getting that something is destined, because you also got this card. I forget what this card is called, actually. It's not like coffin. It's not that. That's number 8. But this is, something coming into form. And this could have to do with, you making compromises and comprehending what it is that you really need to move on and make things better. Virgo, you got number 20, which is the Judgment card. So this is atonement. This is kind of like forgiving something. This is letting go of resentment. And it's also making a choice that, your options are to take risks sometimes. That might even be your best option in this point, because you have to realize that you don't control everything, and some of your power you will have to give away. That's just destined. You know what I mean? This is a 2. So there's talking about something to be revealed when you do give your power away to greater powers that can actually make something happen that was meant to happen anyway. It is talking about, transformative energy, and you really embracing that and reflecting on what it is that you gain once you give away the idea of control and obsessing over something. You also have some creativity that's at play here. Okay, Virgo, I kept going, so I'm going to have to read your other cards, so you're getting a bonus. But you know what? I love you guys, and you always give me the most views. So you're also considering your options in terms of completing something that has to do with beauty, or it may even have to do with money, or it might even just have to do with relationships, and you're going inward and allowing, an exchange to happen so that you can come up with some clear answers for yourself on how you are going to express something, whatever that is. And you are nurturing this experience, and this experience that you are nurturing is definitely kind of like in your lap. So whatever it is that you're giving, it's actually being taken. And it's being like soaked up like a sponge, because this is like a little baby pig that's her animal that's being taught, right? Being trained. Libra. My sign. Let's go. Yes, you got the Fool. This is Uranus. This is also your card esoterically, right? Because the Fool is 0, and that's calibrated to a sense of balance. This is you taking risks. This is you feeling confident, right? Because you're not letting things affect you right now. You're open. You're open to life's influences. You've actually been feeling very open, and it's actually brought you some shakeups, but it's been very exciting. It's brought you out of this point of feeling isolated, and you are aware because you had an epiphany during this time of isolation that you would have to get out once the timing was right, because this is involving Saturn, and Saturn is teaching you a lesson that if you stay isolated, then nothing will happen. But if you go out and you take risks, then you will allow for everything to happen, right? So you do have to practice discernment. That is what Saturn also teaches. Scorpio, you got the Sun, and you got a man. Well, the card is the man. All right, darling. So you are aware that you are really feeling some kind of way in your heart passionately, and you have a will to create something more. You're feeling bold, and you're feeling brought back to life because the Sun is something that gives us vitality, and you are feeling like a process that you have gone through has actually strengthened you and brought you a sense of joy. And this might even be with a man, because it is the man. Look, I'm showing you right here. Okay? He could be a Virgo or an earth sign, because the Virgo just got the woman card. Anyway, you got choices to make in terms of like power, and also, you know, like what you're willing to give and what you're willing to take as well in regards to this person. You probably need this. Sagittarius. You got the 4 of Cups. Some of you might be pregnant, or some of you might be dealing with the loss of a baby, because you also got the Coffin, which is number 8, which is related to life and death. 8th house energy, which is Scorpio. You just had a Scorpio full moon, so maybe some of you found out some things. You may have been made aware of something that affected you emotionally, or it maybe affected your cycle, right? Some of you actually may have realized that your cycle has changed, right? And you might find out that you are giving life. Whatever this is, if some of you are pregnant, you might need to make some changes to some of the habits, or you might be aware of some kind of like situation with your body that you might have to deal with. You might have to practice some really safe habits. This is also talking about disease, right? And sorrows and things like that. So you might just be feeling very bad about something right now. Capricorn, this is your... Actually, you know, I'm going to try to extend this for you, because I'm just going to have to put in an IGTV, because your reading has been last for May. I don't know why, but I know. So here we go. Hopefully my thing lets me... Oh, look. Awareness of... you know, an opportunity, right? Because this is the Ace of Shields. Sorry, this is the One of Shields. And this is a seed that's being planted. And you know a thing or two about a seed that's being planted. It's almost like you kind of have gotten to the end of something, and now you're seeing the beginning of something. You're on to the next project. You're on to the next thing of value. And you also want to be bringing in more money, because you are aware of your money, because this is the awareness of the Pentacles. The awareness of the resource that will make something substantial for you, that will make it real. Also, you have the Lenormand card, the Whips, and this talks about disagreements. So you might be having some disagreements with like earth sign energy, or you might be having some disagreements in terms of money, how to use it, how to spend it, where to get it. You also might be feeling guilty in terms of like what you might be able to produce financially. You know, it is the awareness that, you know, you've got to be fair to yourself, and you've got to be fair in terms of like what it is that you actually are communicating to yourself. It's talking about self-value as well, because these could be arguments and disagreements that you might be having with your own person, like with yourself. I don't know. It is also related to the moon here because these are secrets too. Or these are just hidden issues. Things that you are kind of like dealing with on your own. You might be beating yourself up about something in regards to money or in regards to getting something or making something happen because you feel at the very beginning stages of something, and then it also has to do with like needing a reaction to happen in terms of this awareness that you're having, and you're not getting the reaction that you want right now, therefore you're beating yourself up about it. It's an 11, so it's related to the 11th house as well, which is Aquarius energy. And Aquarius talking about, you know, like the ability to reach a lot of people from one place. So this could even be talking about, you know, like something administrative or something that has to do with making something grow with a network of people that is going to justify you making a decision in terms of something that is hidden right now that you are in the dark about. But you are trying to illuminate this by coming up with ways to gracefully deal with it, because if you continue to beat yourself up about something that actually really is an opportunity, then you are kind of detaching from what it is that's actually meant to show you where the challenge is. Because an ace is a challenge, right? Because now you are aware of something. What will you do? Where will it go? And you know, the aces are related to Mercury, so it's related to communication. Esoterically, Mercury rules Aries, and Aries is the first sign. This is a 1. I always think of Aries when I think of 1. Or a cardinal sign. You might be dealing with Capricorn energy right now. And, well, I mean, yeah, of course you are. That's you. And that's probably what these disagreements and what you're beating yourself up about, because Saturn is in your sign teaching you a lesson, and Pluto is there pushing you to transform past some element of yourself that has relied upon something being the way that it always has been. But you have to recognize that an opportunity is an opportunity, regardless if it looks like an opportunity that has been presented to you before. Okay, so we have about 10 more seconds left. And something has to do with spirituality versus religion, or something to do with some kind of influence. Aquarius, you got the Star card. Okay, I feel like I've said this before to you. Who else got their card? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it was Scorpio when I was talking about the Sun card. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, and you got Paths, which is the Libra card. Okay, Aquarius, so some of you guys might be dealing with the Libra, and you're aware of like what it is going to take for you to achieve a victory. You're going inward so that you can discover something about yourself by way of meditation or just quiet thoughts that's going to get you to the next place. You have a couple of decisions to make, right? In terms of like dodging a mistake or dodging an obstacle. And this is kind of like you not taking the easy way out of something, right? It's being guided and being led in a way that's kind of like a mentor. Okay, Aquarius, I have to give you an extra minute because this Paths card is very diverse and it's very complex, because Capricorn is represented in this card. And Capricorn is represented by, you know, it's the goat with the fishtail, and it's in the water. And the person who is representing the person who has the choices and the decisions to make is crossing over that obstacle. So you're getting over an obstacle, and by getting over this obstacle, you are opening yourself up to a change of course. And wherever you go from here, once you get over this obstacle, will be different than the path that you were on before. for, whatever that means for you. And this has to do with two choices that may have to be made. You might even be dealing with like an Aries, or you might be dealing with a Gemini, or you might just be dealing with a Cancer. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you're moving on to the next thing, okay? Pisces, you got the Trail of Tears, which is the Seven of Pentacles. And this talks about staying on course to see the victory that you actually desire, because the sevens are related to the Chariot, and the Chariot does have a desire to move forward, but it is affected by how it is relating to its experience, okay? And this is a 7, so it's talking about Libra energy being fair. It's talking about money, right? Because it's Pentacles, and it's also talking about choices and decisions and difficulties around those choices and decisions that involve money. What you should do is allow yourself to stay focused on what you already planned on doing in the first place. The Lenormand card that you got is gossip, so don't listen to what it is that people might be saying that may not be true, or you can't be worried about what it is that other people might be determining about you between themselves and someone else based on misinformation, because they are really trying to find something, anything, and that is kind of like making you feel discouraged from getting to the place that you intended on going anyway. And this has to do with like money, something, stability, real things. And this is a Taurus card, so it has to do with boundaries. It could do, it could be like property, right? Because it's a pentacle, and then it's a 7, so you're talking about creating something to bring about more stability, because you have 3 pentacles on one side and you got 4 pentacles on the other side, right? So you're trying to create a channel for yourself to move forward victoriously. You will.